Sup, dog? Today we're going to be looking at this guy right here, Mr. Alpine Sniper. Alpine Sniper, tomato. It's a tomato. Whereas Tony Soprano used to say, oh, it's a gabagoo. Is it gabagoo or is it gabagool? Remember, it doesn't matter. None of this shit matters. But what does matter is if Hell Let Loose is good. My opinion on the game, it's okay. Like the game's there, but it's definitely a beta, dude. They basically took Hell Let Loose. They made it horrible. They made it like less everything. Gameplay wise, it's fine. You still have your units, your coordination, your logi runs, all that shit. What I like about it is they're trying to attempt to get in the game even quicker. In Hell Let Loose 1, you had to get supplies and build a Gary. If you don't have supplies, you can do it OP. Now in this game, you can do it OP, but as long as you have one Gary, you can make a tunnel for free. You don't even need supplies, man. So let's just say you're playing offensive and you're like 0.1 right here. You got your default Gary. Just grab here, put it over there. Now you got a tunnel. So now you get spawned in the front or the back. I mean, you still got to walk over there and then place it. But I mean, it's for free. I think that's a really nice addition to it. That's a quick of it. The game's fine for now, but I'm not going to buy another Team 17 game again. All right, so this is Alpine Sniper. I don't know who this man is, but this is his channel. It looks cool. Stay frosty. He's a Hell Let Loose and first-person shooter content creator. It says in his description, he's like a military man, like for real. You know what? He's got 56K subscribers. You know, that's pretty good, and 1K videos. So yeah, man, he's hustling. His biggest video was 1 million views 4 years ago. God damn, that shit is huge, dude. If you are the military, man, you probably got the whole fucking division of the U.S. Army to watch your video, because I've never heard of you, dog. Let's look at the comments. Computer enhanced. The graphics in this vid are substantially better than what I'm seeing on the Series X. Feels like I'm back in 2004. Yo, Bert, where's Ernie, dog? Vision Mailed says a great advert for the amazing Rising Storm 2, which is still getting updates too. Dude, Rising Storm 2 is the Vietnam game. However, every time I go there, there's it's technically a dead game. You have 3 servers. One is like that weird hacker server, and the other 3 is like 500 ping. So good luck if you're in the States. I remember I played Rising Storm 2 I want to say 3 or 4 years ago. My ping was god awful. True Mortal says Rising Storm 2 will always be the Vietnam War game as long as no other studio implements campaign mode. That is how you know Rising Storm 2 was really good. When that game's old, people are still talking about that game as the Vietnam game. If Rising Storm 2 actually had a server in the States that isn't 900 ping in China, your boys won't be playing that all the time. But KZ Fugazi says it's worth $10. Honestly, I'll give it $15. Hackerman ESP says nothing from that devs is worth a penny. Not fucking ever buying anything from them. If I wanted to be cheated on the face, I'll talk to my ex directly. ESP, I 100% agree with this shit, dog. I'm gonna like that fucking comment. It's okay, dude, Hell Let Loose 1 was pretty damn good. Most of those devs went to go make the game Hunger. I'm looking forward to Hunger. In that trade-off, they just left Hell Let Loose team and sold it to another group, I think. And I don't know what the fuck happened, but they hired a bunch of fucking retards. Because the game is there, but first it was delayed for a few months because it was just so buggy, and 2, how can you say this is a game that you're proud to release day 1 when any other game that's out in the market is so much better? But you know what, compared to other games, this one's all right. I'd rather be playing Hell Let Loose Vietnam than fucking Halo remastered, remixed, refucked. But yeah, I'm not going to buy anything from this dev again, because you got to show me that you can make something. That's my new mantra. Every time when a game comes out, it's if they burn me, the next game they come, I'm not going to reward bad behavior. Hell Let Loose Vietnam is bad behavior.
Oh, shit.
Oh, no. Oh, no.
Oh, my.
Napalm lasts so long, dude.
Dude, not again.
Yep.
Oh, my God.
No, do not spawn there.
Time.
Do not. Napalm lasts so long in this game. In the gameplay sense, if you have that big circle and you're trying to push in, blocking off half the circle so only your team gets in is a really smart tactic. But yeah, if there's napalm and you spawn, you're just done. Do not spawn there.
Frosty, sniper.
What's up, guys? Let's get into this review of Hell Let Loose Vietnam, as I've got a small laundry list of items to go over before I tell you my opinion of whether this game is worth your hard-earned money. For the good, sometimes this game looks like a PS4 title from 2015, but other times it is beautiful and makes
True,
me wonder
true.
how you can do both at the same time. I do think the effects from going into water crossings are very well done, with the uniforms and screen getting wet.
The biggest thing is you're not drowning. Every time in Hell Let Loose 1, it's like I get in the water and I fucking drown. It's like nobody in World War II knew how to swim.
However, there are some effects in game that I wish were already in, such as the boat having a wake behind it while it goes through the water, or the helicopters bending trees over
Fair.
when it lands near them. Hit registration seems good, but damage is inconsistent. Foliage looks good in the dense jungle areas, and laying still while a whole squad goes by you is really cool. The ghillie suits have been great for me in this
It's good, but it's also annoying. Let's just be honest, dude.
aspect. Helicopters are much improved and don't drown out the sounds of everything else anymore the way they had been in the open betas. Passable directional audio is here. It's not great, but at least I can tell the direction that people's footsteps and gunfire are coming from now. The explosive launcher weapons are super fun, like the rifle mounted grenades and the thumper. They really put a hurt on the enemy.
They are pretty fun.
Got one.
They're fun, but they take a long time to set up. Also, I don't know if anybody knows, but I think the bolt action guns in the Hell Let Loose 1, the rate of fire is a lot faster. I think in Vietnam, everybody forgot how bolt actions work, so I don't know, I feel like they like nerfed it and made the rate of fire a little bit slower.
Good shit.
The law in RPGs are far too weak, though, against armor. If it's going to take that many hits to get rid of tanks, then at least have the vehicles get disabled or lose some sort of functionality with 2 or 3 hits before being killed. Tanks currently eat 4 or 5 rockets and keep on wrecking the battlefield. Overall, I've had some...
I think they did that because they did not know how to balance the foliage. Look at all the bushes, look at all the trees, look at all the greenery. If you're a tank, you're going in, like you can't see shit. In Hell Let Loose 1, there's a lot of open spaces. But honestly, there's a lot more open spaces than greenery. If you're a tank, you just like sit there and just see a lot of things, it's just lob shit, right? In this game, you can't really do that. I mean, you can, but it's like, there's a lot more protection. I think if you're a tank user and you're going down the road and there's just like bushes and trees and jungle, getting hit with like 2 rockets kind of seems ass. So I think they nerfed the damage. So like now, you know, you have to have at least 5 or 6 shots. It's kind of dumb, but I kind of understand why it made sense for the devs to do that. But it's just, I don't know, man.
Really cool skirmishes and games where it does feel chaotic and people were playing cooperatively and capturing the objective and listening to their squad leader. Now let's get into the bad. Overall, there's a lot of clunkiness. There needs a lot of polish in certain areas because in reality, this is a good early access game, but a fairly mid full release. Key bindings are wonky where they're not saving, resetting, or they're kind of sticky and do the wrong functions when pressed.
Sure, yeah.
Vehicle explosions are pretty low tier in my opinion, such as with boats and tanks. I feel like we're getting a lot of the same explosions that we already had in Hell Let Loose.
They are low tier. Just give me like maybe 2 or 3 different types of explosions, like more like particle effects. I don't know, man. I feel like they made the explosions weaker. Because if you ever get all the fucking jungle shit, a big explosion will just crash everybody's computer. But then it makes you wonder, like, how did Rising Storm actually make it work when this game is just struggling? It's just, sorry, I had a case of the retard right there.
World War II. Ladder climbing feels a little janky. I wish it was more free-flowing, like you could just walk up to it and climb onto the ladder and stuff.
Dude, that is so underrated. It's not fucking janky. It's fucking broken. There's times where I was like, I get up there and it's like, hold F, and I gotta hold F like I'm getting a goddamn tank. And then I, shift W to go up. But somehow, I think I might have pressed like maybe a second of A or S or D, and it just drops me out and I gotta like climb it again. That should never exist. I don't know what this, I don't know what they're doing. Oh my god, the retard strikes back, dude.
By having to press a keybind. I also hate the disappearing animations which you see swapping from weapons to your sidearm to your knife. I wish it was just a quick put away animation and then pulling out the item that you've selected instead of just the disappearing act like you're some kind of battlefield magician. And this brings me to something else that I've said for a while now, which is that the groundwork for this game was already laid in Rising Storm 2 and could have had a lot of features reimagined in Hell Let Loose Vietnam. There's a lot of missing cosmetics I feel like could have been in the game. A lot of weapons that are not here, such as the
dude, even the cosmetics. It has one lock cosmetic and it's just trash. Why am I going to give you more money when you can't even fucking make your game good?
classic M14 and SKS, which is crazy that it wasn't a day one inclusion. There's no city or urban-based maps that everyone has been harping on and wishing for since original Hell Let Loose. There's reused assets everywhere, which I'm not always opposed to just reusing assets, but when I can see the same asset used in a very small area, it becomes annoying. In my opinion, the way they should have gone about this game in terms of content is they should have either had a low amount of content which is very polished, or a high amount of content that still needs polishing, and we kind of landed in the middle with neither. Some of the weapons still sound flat or a missing character. I wish that the animations had more of an urgency to them, like you were on a battlefield and not just hanging out at the range. Pistols are a little too weak up close in my opinion, and there's an annoyingly low ammo.
They're weak at all ranges, close, mid, far. They just suck. I honestly think that all this greenery, they're trying to adapt around it. More rockets to kill tanks. Even the machine gun and like rifles are like, okay, if we were going to do full auto shit in greenery, how do we balance it? So now some guns don't hit well and some guns do hit well. And I honestly think they just did not know how to make a first-person shooter with trees.
Count, especially early on in your classes. I'd rather have a lot more ammo and unlock stuff further down as I progress and use up some of those ammo slots for some of the cooler items. But to just start the game off with 4 magazines and a full auto weapon in the jungle, you blow through that very quickly. And then you're running around the map with nothing but a knife. I've also played with guys that are on.
And you know why I again, I think they're doing it to balance the green, dude. Big green, big farmer, big green, big city greens, dog. Because everybody knows what's going to happen. You're going to be in the bush and you're going to prone. How do you stop people from proning being a bush? You just unload, dude. You just unload. And when you unload, you're just using a shit ton of ammo. Is that really good gameplay? It's subjective. And I think that's what the devs were thinking. They're just subjectively retarded. Now when a guy prones, you're using 2 mags to just figure out where the fuck he went. Now you got 2 mags for the rest of the fucking game. Good luck.
On console, and I think it's mainly the PS5, where they have a massive audio bug where they can't hear or speak with anyone or the game itself. I think that may have been addressed in the recent update, but if that isn't fixed, then that's going to be a huge problem. This goes hand in hand with the robotic mic bug, which is going to kill comms.
I've heard that
this very soon.
Everybody sounds like a goddamn robot.
Where people don't always communicate, and if the robotic mic bug continues on, it's going to kill the comms component they're trying to get done over the long term. There's also a pretty
I'm playing with humans. I'm not playing with Megatron.
Heavy aim assist on the consoles, which I think needs to be toned down heavily or removed. And then there's something weird that happens with me where I notice early on in games, like
aim assist should never be in this game, dude. I know you're trying to cross-platform to try to get more money, but is it really worth the console mouth breathers? I don't know about you. Every time I play with any type of like cross-platform, I just hear Leatherface Buffalo Bill going over there. It's fucking annoying. Day one, I went to PC only servers. There was only 3. Now there's a little bit more because people are actually buying the game and playing it. But man, I had to go in some like dual wielding console PC servers, and nobody knows tactics. Nobody knows plays. All they know how to do is shift W into death and go. Just buy a better mic, dog. Stop hot micing. Take your controller. I'm assuming console players has a button where if you hit it, you're able to speak. But because it's on the console, they're probably wearing that like Xbox 360 mic right here, and they're just like make a look to it. Stop it.
Like with the first 1 or 2 times where I shoot at the enemy, there's this lag where the game kind of like takes a half-second stop. I feel like the game's trying to get its bearings locating me and the enemy and trying to figure out where my bullets are going to hit. It's kind of weird.
True.
I don't know if anyone else is experiencing that. There's also
I've experienced that in areas with a lot of trees and a lot of bushes and a lot of players. When it's like 3v3 and like there's nobody around you, I don't even notice.
a fair amount of materials that can't be shot through, like chain link fences, or there's an invisible invisible wall that just extends past where something should be, where it looks like I should be able to shoot past it and the bullets are still hitting this invisible wall.
Yeah, it's
There's also a
annoying.
huge miss in my opinion where items are shown in the launch trailer that should have been in release, like the medic dragging a player holding his pistol. I don't think you should have had anything in the launch trailer that isn't already strongly implemented into the game. In terms
True.
of the competitive scene, I don't think they're going to adopt this game very heavily. It feels like it's lacking too much technical skill to translate to a competitive match, but maybe I'm wrong. Some changes I would like to see is the tracers need the option to be turned off for small caliber weapons. This feature is already in OG Hell Let Loose and needs to come over to Vietnam. The weapons fire selection, whatever I switch it to, so if I'm in automatic or semi-automatic, I wish that would carry over to my next life after I'm being killed, so I don't have to constantly change my weapons fire rate.
Another thing, in Hell Let Loose 1, there's ability to like switch your rate of fire while you're doing an action. In this version, you kind of don't. Kind of like reload. When you reload, you can switch your rate of fire. You know what? Am I thinking about a different game? I might be thinking about a different game. No, I'm sure. I think you could do that. This one, you really just have to just be in neutral and then do your rate of fire. So after I shoot and after I reload, I have to preemptively think, okay, should I just do single fire or full auto?
Other thing that I've noticed is that there's a specific pith helmet for the NVA that sticks out almost like a pink color, which makes it super easy to identify NVA players.
I took that shit off, dog. Every single class, I took all that shit off. Again, I don't know why they even have that, dude, as like default.
Another thing I wish, and I'm sure everyone here would agree, is that they would have gone with licensed music from the time period. Some Creedence Clearwater Revival really would have taken this.
Okay, the thing is about that would be good for a normie sense. But as a streamer, dog, when I played Hell Let Loose 1, the over here and bump, 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 those songs are technically copyrighted. I got all my videos flagged because of that shit. So I just had to turn all that music off. So yes, I would like to hear the time period music because that would be kind of cool. But honestly, I don't like to get flagged, dog.
Game to the next level. And going along that same line, the game just doesn't feel as dark and gritty as I was wanting. I was hoping for something along the lines of a Platoon or Apocalypse Now vibe. And it
That'd be really
like
cool.
We got the Vietnam War from Forrest Gump.
Sometimes I even
Yo, dog. Okay. Dude, you forget everything you said. Whatever. This is the best description of this game. Instead of a cool Vietnam thing, we got the Forrest Gump edition. Lieutenant Dan, I can't feel my legs or my fucking head. How do you even do that?
come straight up from underneath.
Another small feature I'd like is that the SLs and the commanders for both sides kind of stuck out a little bit more, not necessarily running through the woods, but like if I go to kill somebody and I go check out their body, there's something on them that I can identify as them being in a leadership role. So for my recommendation, if you love Hell Let Loose and you're heavily on board with this franchise, I think you can go ahead and get it. But if you don't love Hell Let Loose or you're new to the franchise, I would personally wait to make this purchase. I do think the price tag is a little too steep currently, and they should adopt the strategy of other games where it scales up as more content and features become available. I'll continue to play Hell Let Loose Vietnam, but I also have my eyes set on War Dogs and a few other games that'll be
That's me
releasing
too,
this year.
dog.
Other
War
than
Dogs
that,
is gonna be
I'll see you all
sick.
on the battlefield. Stay frosty.
And then music, we don't want to get flagged. I don't know if he has copyright or non-copyrighted. You know what? That was pretty good, dog. I'm going to be 198 thumbs up, and we'll give you a subscription, dog. Nice job. And that's it. That's the end of the video. This guy's got a different perspective. For me, I kind of group it like it is Hell Let Loose, but it's losing its soul. Just think about any game or franchise that you particularly like. Think about all the remasters, all the remakes, all the bullshit. Just because of current events like the Halo game. Halo ended after 3 and debatably Reach. After that, it's just been downhill. That even like the OGs who used to like Halo, they didn't even fucking pay for the new one that came out. And it had like more levels. You know why? Because it was fucking ass. Why reward bad behavior? I want to reward good behavior. I have not played the last few Battlefield games. I think the last good Battlefield is Battlefield 1. I remember playing it. I was like, oh, it looks good. It plays good. It was a perfect game. Not really, but it was decent. And then they're like, oh, here's the World War II version. And I remember buying that. And I was like, this game was just horrible. It was definitely a downgrade. And then I looked into it and they had dev issues. issues. They got money issues. They just wanted your money. They didn't give a shit about the experience. They didn't give a shit about the history. They just wanted your money, and they knew you're fucking retarded to buy it. Because of that, it fucking burned me. So I'm like, fuck it, I ain't buying any of your shit. And then I went to go buy other games. Sadly, I think this might be the last Hell Let Loose franchisable game that I will play. Because I've seen the flags. I've seen the writings on the wall. Sooner or later, they're just going to put Snoop Dogg in the game, dog. It's just going to be Fortnite, World War fucking whatever that you fucking want. They'll put Ultron, they'll put Family Guy, they'll put Homer Simpson. Like, it's over. It's over, dude. Now, if they buckle down and they work hard and they're like, okay, you know, sorry for the horrible experience. We're going to polish it. We're going to make it run better. It's going to be good. Well, then you're building me back up, and you know what? You gain my respect again. I already got the game, so fuck me. And I'll be playing the game here and there to try and get my money's worth. But is this the game I'm going to be playing all the time? Probably not. But honestly, I really think most of the gameplay decisions they've made is because there's so much greenery. They're like, what do we do here? Because honestly, again, like, I'm trying to justify and try to think, what if I was a dev, how would I do it? I would probably make a better fucking game, to be honest. But if I put myself in their shoes, I think that's why they made those decisions. But if they're just worried about performance and gameplay and just everything, I mean, this was already done. Why reinvent the wheel? Rising Storm 2 was the pinnacle of Vietnam, dog. That game's fucking old as shit. If they could do it, the future devs could do it too. It's nice to see other people in the community to see the goodness of the game and also its faults. And I'll see you on the next one. Bye.